I think that a good common theme that could be communicated now and into the future would be bringing in people who have in their adult lives been involved in community service in various and sundry ways, and having them talk to students about how they got involved and how the community benefited from their efforts, and the fact that they felt really good about it. Because people aren't going to get involved in community efforts unless they feel good about it. You have to get involved because you want to and because it's something you believe in. Well, of course, I'm a Gator. That's a big attribute. And I graduated here a long time ago, 1959. And so I bring the memories of '59 and then some memories up through the years, but this 4 weeks has been, it's been kind of an eye-opener for me. And I've been thinking about the fact that when I've been talking to students, and when I've been reacting to questions, and when I've been reacting to students in the seminar that we're involved in called Lebenplan, and when I've been involved with students, let's say in an ethics class or in an engineering leadership class, I'm learning from them, and hopefully they're learning from me some new ideas, some new thoughts, and the fact that education is about learning a lot of facts. It is also learning about people and how you can respond to people. And if we're trying to train leaders, then those leaders have to understand that if you're going to be a leader, you got to be, to a certain extent, a salesperson. Salespeople, all salespeople can't be leaders, but all leaders must be a salesperson. And so my background is I'm a salesperson, and I've been able to be reasonably successful at that. Well, first of all, one of the most interesting was in an ethics class of about 25 people that we got into a discussion with a young woman from Guangzhou, China, whose father was a communist, and apparently is here because you can't get out of China to come to a place like the University of Florida unless maybe you've got connections, and connections are always the Communist Party in China. And so it was interesting, her response to some of the things that my wife and I and our middle son Kellum had learned when we took a 2-week trip to China to try and find out what was really going on in China. Her ideas and what I saw to be the case there, they weren't necessarily in conflict, but there was a softening of some hard edges that we found in China relative to business relationships. Well, I learned a lot. I also had fun. I enjoy being around young people, and of course in the organization that I've been involved with forever, Brown and Brown, we have a lot of young people, and so it's always fun to be around young people because they bring energy. And you know, older folks sometimes don't have much energy, they don't have much new ideas, they're complaining and griping. Young people are always, they're more enthusiastic, and their outlook is the future. And all of that is fun. And so for me to be able to be here and to ask a lot of piercing questions to students and to hear their responses to questions that maybe they never thought would be asked, sort of in a little group like this, little gathering, it's been refreshing to me. And so I really have enjoyed the 4 weeks being here on campus. I learned that this is a big university. It is a very diverse university. And of course, one of the things that I've done a lot of is walking. And so going from the Graham Center to Heavener or to the engineering building or wherever it is, there's a lot of walking. And so the walking is makes you think. It's also outdoors, assuming it's not raining, it's not so much fun then. But you see the students, you intermingle with the students. And you know, there's all shapes, sizes, and descriptions. So you know, this is the part of this that I have not experienced for a long time, and so that has been really refreshing. And when you think about the university today, the diversity to me is very comforting, because I know we're bringing together a lot of people from different courses of life, different places in life, different countries, different ethnic backgrounds, different cultures, and they all are coming together here, and they're learning from each other, and they're learning from the university. So I think that's a super educational experience. Well, the good life is about being happy. And so one of the things that we have talked about in Lebenplan is the happiness index for individuals. And so the happiness index is basically 4 cornerstones. And one is security, and one is family, one is health, and one is discipline. And we talk about how do you become a happy person as you go through life. And one of the most important cornerstones, the most important cornerstone, is discipline. And so most people pick family, people pick health. Well, you know, that's good too, but if you're not disciplined, you can't have good health, you really can't have a good family life, and you really can't be secure. So it's kind of so basic that people have a tendency to overlook it. And so when they start thinking about it, saying, maybe there's something to that. Discipline sounds easy, but over a long period of time, to be a disciplined person, difficult. Although everybody has the potential to be able to accomplish that, and then they're going to be happier in life. And I can tell you, if you're not happier, if you aren't happy in life, then you'll never have a, quote, good life. Good life is not about financial accumulation or material things. It's about what's up here and how you relate to your family and to your friends. And when you get sort of to the finish line, what do you remember that you did good for people? That's kind of different. Most of my other visits have been for football games. So this one, there was no football, although you know, basketball's going on, and the Gators are '1 and going into the tournament. Hopefully we'll win the national championship, yet to be determined. So it was just I never really had, since I graduated in '59, I never really had been back and immersed myself in what I call the culture of the University of Florida. And so I'm coming away from this feeling good about the university. I'm also coming away feeling, gosh, I've learned something. That's good.